Hi. So, I remembered an incredible story, and I don't have anyone to tell it to right now. So I thought, hey, it's a great idea to post this video. Maybe someone else will have a similar story to tell. Probably not, because this is a really interesting story that I don't think I know anyone else who has anything similar to it. Hey, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna tell my story, and it's gonna be out there, right? So, without further ado, this amazing story that I really want to tell. It was a few summers ago. I got a call from my friend on a Saturday afternoon, and she told me some incredible news, exciting news, like I'm having a baby type exciting news, except it wasn't that at all. The news is that my friend had a car buried in her backyard. I was very skeptical of this being a thing. It's not something that normally happens. People don't normally have cars buried in their backyard. I was able to confirm this by sending pictures, but I asked her why. And fun story that goes along with this, actually, very fun story. She knew about the story prior to this car incident. She told me that there was a story that the people who lived there previously used to punish their adolescent kids by making them drive their car into this pond that used to be there. I mean, it was still there, but it was much smaller now. If you really don't believe me, still, I called them up earlier, and she confirmed it for me. I wanted her to do that because I feel like people are going to be a bit skeptical and think that I'm making this up as I'm going along, but I'm not. It's a thing. Okay, my friend is calling me back. Hello?
You called?
Yeah, can you please confirm that we tried to dig up a car at one point?
Yes.
Thank you. Now that you know I'm not making this up as I go along, let's continue with the story. We were talking, and she eventually says, I really wish I could dig up this car. I feel like that'd be really cool. And I'm like, why don't we? Why don't we dig up this car? Why don't we turn into the guys who dug up a fucking car from someone's backyard? Why? That's a conversation starter. That's, hey, what's your name? I dug up somebody's car from my friend's backyard. That's impressive. You can't tell me it's not. Naturally, we started planning this. We set a date. I brought my own shovel when the date did arrive. I brought bottled water, like a whole case of it. I brought gardening gloves, and I brought some boots, because you're gonna need some boots when you're digging, You need some good boots. Yeah, that's how it all started. This entire story started with wanting to dig up a car. And I mean, it is the biggest opportunity that has ever been handed to me, But there's still a story to be told, and the mishaps in which occurred while trying to dig up this motherfucker. Digging is hard. It's a hard thing to do. That is slave work, okay? You tell someone to dig, that's making them do physical work. It's not easy at all. I don't know why we thought it would be easy, but we did, and it was not. It was difficult. It was the opposite of easy. My beautiful, bodacious, brilliant, B-word brain thought up a great idea. Why don't we get the hose? And why don't we make this dirt into mud? Because mud is much easier to handle, right? No, the answer to that is no. Mud is not much easier to handle. After that experience, we kind of just gave up because there's no way we're gonna dig up a car. It was a stupid idea, okay? We are nothing now. I live at home with my parents. I am still a minor, but that doesn't matter. I am mad at the fact that we did not dig up the car. It crushed my dreams. I was excited to be one of the guys that dug up a car from their friend's backyard. That is a great title. It's impressive. It's an impressive title. How could you not want it? Because it's a beautiful title. I could put that on my resume. It would impress the shit out of my interviewer. Wow, you really dug up a car? Yeah, of course I dug up a car. Who the fuck hasn't? This is why I'm qualified for this job, because I've done something you haven't. I dug up a fucking car. It didn't happen, and because of that, I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody who hasn't dug up a car. It's frustrating, yes. It is devastating to even think about sometimes. And it was originally to dig up a car.